Amidst the ancient land of Shaanxi, the majestic and sacred Zhongnan Mountains. Amid the venerable land of Shaanxi, where ancient spirits converge and echoes of millennia still whisper through moss-covered stones, rise the majestic Zhongnan Mountains, also known as Zhongnanshan, standing tall like a natural citadel sculpted by heaven. Zhongnanshan is more than a mere mountain range. It symbolizes cultural and spiritual convergence, where heaven, earth, humankind, and the Tao harmoniously meet. Located south of Xi'an, Zhongnanshan is the central segment of the Qinling Range, the natural boundary between northern and southern China, with an average altitude of 2.000 meters and peaks soaring above 2.600 meters. It resembles a living ink painting, verdant slopes, drifting mist, and babbling brooks that wind through ancient stones. Since time immemorial, Zhongnanshan has drawn recluses, Taoist sages, and Zen monks, those who turned away from the dusty world to refine themselves amidst nature, seeking peace in the silence of the cosmos. Significant figures once resided here, including the poet Wang Wei, whose verses reflect Zen thought and a profound love of nature. Zhongnanshan has inspired countless works of literature, painting, and philosophy. The adage, to become an immortal, one must dwell in Zhongnan, is not mere folklore, but a reflection of the reverence for the spiritual aura and virtue embodied in this sacred land. The threefold symbolism of Lu, Guan, Tai. The name, Luan Tai, holds more than geographical significance. Lu symbolizes lofty towers for observation. Guan represents contemplation of the universe and self. Tai stands for the altar that bridges heaven and earth. This name invites one into a spiritual journey, from external observation to inward illumination. Legend has it that during the spring and autumn period, Laozi, on his departure from the mortal world, passed through Hanggu Pass. At Luan Tai, he met Yin Shi, an official who earnestly pleaded with him to leave behind his teachings. In this very place, Laozi composed the Tao Te Ching, the seminal philosophical text of Taoism, which has profoundly shaped East Asian thought for over 2,000 years. Ancient architecture amidst mystical mountains. Today, Luan Tai is a serene architectural complex nestled within the mystical embrace of forested mountains. Beyond the three-arched gate lies a moss-covered stone path leading to the solemn temple of Laozi, where incense smoke rises year-round. Behind it stands the Guan Tai, a symbolic platform where Laozi is believed to have expounded his teachings. Rising nobly under the open sky like a cosmic watchtower, the temples and pavilions reflect the refined architectural aesthetics of the Tang and Song dynasties, gracefully curved eaves, poetic couplets adorning the beams, and delicately carved wooden statues. This space is perpetually cloaked in mist and the whispering of mountain breezes. inviting travelers to enter a world beyond time, a realm where the human spirit feels humbled before the grandeur of the cosmos and eternal truths. A convergence of sacred energy and inner awakening. Laowan Tai is not merely a scenic site or relic of history but a path to inner awakening. For centuries, Taoist masters, scholars, and seekers have come here to meditate, ponder the principle of wu-wei, non-action, and attune themselves to nature's rhythms. Visitors need not partake in elaborate rituals. A tranquil heart is enough to sense the sacred communion between heaven, earth, and humanity. Today, Laowan Tai also serves as a center for Taoist cultural preservation and scholarship. It hosts traditional festivals and safeguards thousands of ancient scriptures. It can be called the beating heart of Taoism, where past and present converge in solemn tranquility. Huihua, a jade treasure in the dragon's spine. The winding Zhongnan Mountains, like a divine dragon coiled in silent majesty, embody longevity, mystery, and sanctity. Mount Huihua emerges like a gleaming jade among these peaks, blending grandeur with tenderness, tangible beauty with otherworldly allure. Zhongnanshan has long been revered as the sovereign of southern mountains, Nanyu Zhou, a sacred gathering place for spiritual energy and Taoist cultivation, a retreat for sages, and a wellspring of poetry, philosophy, and spiritual thought. Zhongnan signifies more than geographic orientation. It symbolizes balance between heaven and earth, Tao and worldliness, stillness and motion. Mount Huihua emerges as a fresh embodiment of Zhongnan's essence at the northern reach of this legendary range. In contrast to ancient Taoist temples' solemn, contemplative aura, Huihua is vibrant, with lush virgin forests, crystalline lakes, and striking geological formations. Prehistoric landslides formed breathtaking natural marvels, the still waters of Heavenly Lake, Tianqi, mystical rockfall valleys, and layered stone caves that resemble ancient labyrinths. Beyond scenic allure, Huihua is honored as a national geopark with immense geological significance. Yet Huihua is not only a natural wonder, it also bears historical marks. Once serving as an imperial retreat for emperors of the Qin, Han, and Tang dynasties, they chose it for its elegance and auspicious location upon a powerful dragonbane, a site believed to nurture vitality, clarity, and wisdom. Visitors travel through Zhongnanshan from Kuiwa southward and embark on a pilgrimage through spiritual and historical landmarks. They encounter sacred sites like Laowan Tai, Luguan Tai, where Laozi is said to have transmitted the Tao Te Ching, and hidden Taoist sanctuaries such as Nanxian Tai, Tai Zan Gong, and Yu Nukai. Each step leads deeper into a world where nature, Tao, and inner serenity intertwine. Nestled deep within the heart of the famed Zhongnan Mountains in Shaanxi province, Nanxian Tai, is a sanctuary steeped in cultural and philosophical heritage. Unlike the bustling grandeur of popular attractions, Nanxian Tai stands humble and quiet. Concealed amidst tranquil woods, it silently preserves tales of ancient sages, ideals of noble living, and the timeless tradition of Eastern philosophy. According to historical records and legends, this sacred land once bore the footprints of hundreds of sages, Confucian scholars, Taoist priests, and hermits throughout the Tang dynasty, the golden era of Chinese culture. Unswayed by worldly fame or fortune, these individuals chose to withdraw deep into the mountains, living in harmony with nature, nurturing the spirit, and seeking ultimate truths. The Zhongnanshan range as a whole, and Nanxian Terrace in particular, have long been revered as sanctuaries for the wise, a place where one might attain inner peace and resonate with the rhythm of heaven and earth. The name, Nanxian Terrace, meaning, Terrace of the Southern Sages, evokes this place's spiritual gravitas. There are no grandiose palaces or lavish structures here. Its charm lies in its simplicity and closeness to nature. On the terrace, ancient stone stels engraved with the names of those who once dwelled in seclusion stand as a stone epic, sacred and poignant. Beneath the shade of towering old trees and along moss-covered stone steps, one can almost hear the distant echoes of Confucian, Taoist, and Buddhist wisdom blending with the whispers of wind and the rustle of falling leaves. A visit to Nanxian Terrace is not merely sightseeing, it is an immersion into a cultural space, where every sound is soft, every motion unhurried, and hearts naturally find stillness. Many come to enjoy the serene landscape and reflect on the meaning of life, the moral principles of being human, and how to preserve tranquility in a world of constant change. In summer, Mount Kuiwa and the greater Zhongnanshan range provide an ideal escape from the heat. With temperatures noticeably cooler than in the city, the mountains are ablaze in autumn with crimson maple leaves, painting the slopes in vibrant hues like an oil masterpiece. In winter, a blanket of snow transforms the peaks into a realm of pure, ethereal beauty, an otherworldly land suspended in silence. Amid the majestic expanse of Zhongnanshan, where white clouds drift lazily over peaks and the wind hums like an eternal Taoist hymn, stands a solemn sanctuary, Tai Zan Temple. This ancient and sacred Taoist site lies deep within verdant mountains, like an exquisite brushstroke upon a vast ink-wash painting of the natural world. Tai Zan Temple is situated on the southern slope of Zhongnanshan, in Shaanxi province, a land where sky, earth, and humankind converge, where ancient wisdom and esoteric traditions intertwine. From afar, the temple appears faint and dreamlike amidst the forest, at once awe-inspiring and meditative. Upon passing through the three-arch gate, the inscription, "The way follows nature," greets visitors in elegant, serene welcome that gently detaches them from the mundane. In the cool mountain air, one senses time slowing, all worldly concerns melt away, leaving only silence and the distant chime of bells guiding the soul toward inner peace. Constructed during the Tang dynasty, the temple has preserved its original solemnity for centuries. Curved rooftops, dragon cloud reliefs, and solemn statues of Laozi and the Supreme Taoist Lord all contribute to a sacred, reverent atmosphere. Inside the main hall, light incense smoke drifts gently as worshippers silently pray for a life of harmony and peace. According to legend, this was once the retreat of the famed physician Sun Simiao, who sought neither fame nor fortune, but only the Tao, medicinal knowledge, and compassion. Here, he practiced alchemy, cultivated herbs, healed the poor, and left behind many treasured writings. As such, the site is honored as a cradle of spiritual and intellectual excellence, a place where divine energy gathers and moral virtue flourishes. Taizan Temple draws crowds of pilgrims on full moons and major festivals. Quiet processions ascend the mountain, each person seeking a moment of serenity in a world brimming with noise and unrest. Some come searching for peace, others for health, wisdom, or clarity. Still others come to stand amidst nature, to listen to the wind whispering Taoist truths, or to watch a leaf fall and grasp the essence of impermanence. To the south of the ancient city of Xi'an, once the heart of countless Chinese dynasties, rises a towering, verdant range, Zhongnanshan. More than a majestic mountain range, it is a fusion of primordial nature, millennia-old spiritual energy, and the profound depth of Eastern cultural philosophy. At its core lies the Zhongnanshan National Park, a living ink painting inviting humankind to return to serenity and harmony. Upon entering the vast forest of ancient trees, visitors are immediately enveloped by pure air, the earthy scent of the old woods, and birdsong echoing through the canopy. Here, trees are more than flora, they are time's witnesses. Ancient cypresses and pines, centuries old, have silently stood through the shifting of epochs. In spring, wildflowers bloom and birds soar, awakening the forest from its winter slumber. In autumn, a cascade of fiery foliage carpets sunlit paths in shades of gold and crimson. But Zhongnanshan is more than just nature. It is a land of mysticism, where religion, philosophy, and legend converge to form a profound and wondrous cultural fabric. Ancient tales tell of Laozi, the founding sage of Taoism, having once passed through here. Many Taoist ascetics chose this place to cultivate inner peace, seeking harmony with nature and the dream of immortality. Taoist temples such as Tai Zan Temple, Laowan Platform, and Nanwu Terrace are hidden not in bustling cities but amidst the forest, revealing themselves only to those of a kindred spirit. Zhongnanshan is also a prime destination for ecotourism. Adventure seekers may ascend Mount Kuiwa, where ancient landslides formed a rare geological spectacle. Those craving tranquility may stroll along forest streams, listening to the babbling water and the rustle of leaves like an ancient melody. In winter, a mantle of snow transforms the mountain into a magical, fairy tale-like wonderland. Here, time itself seems to slow. Visitors don't merely explore, they listen to nature, history, and the voice within. This is not just a journey, but a return to the primordial, to the peace that modern life has too often obscured. The journey often begins at Kuiwa Geological Park, known as the gateway into the verdant heart of Zhongnanshan. From the first steps, one senses something different, a brisk chill, a hint of forest fragrance, and an almost mystical quietude. The narrow trail winds through a primeval forest where ancient cypresses stretch skyward like silent pillars holding up the sky. Deeper lies the majestic Kuiwa Rockfall Valley, a natural stone labyrinth formed by a prehistoric earthquake. Every step through it feels like walking through an untold story. Next comes Tianqi Lake, a serene mirror reflecting sky and trees. Breathtaking in its stillness, here, the wind whispers and leaves tremble, and all sound seems to dissolve into calm. As the ascent continues, Tai Zan Temple emerges like a hidden gem in the mountains through mist and drifting clouds. This venerable Taoist temple once hosted monks in spiritual cultivation, seeking the way of Wu Wei, living by nature and spirit. Mossy stone steps lead to its sanctuary, and the gentle chimes of wind bells stir the heart into contemplation. From Tai Zan Temple, visitors may proceed to Yunmeng Viewpoint, where the entire undulating Zhongnanshan range unfolds in a panorama of clouds and peaks. The sunlight creates an ethereal scene on clear mornings, almost surreal in its beauty. At dusk, soft amber hues drape the distant mountains, stirring a quiet reverence in the soul. For the determined, a longer trek leads to the Laowan platform, where, legend holds, Laozi wrote the Tao Te Ching. This sacred land holds not just trees, rocks, and temples, but also the living breath of Eastern wisdom, the principles of living in harmony with the cosmos. Along the path, one might glimpse a white-bearded Taoist walking in silent thought, or a group of young climbers laughing in delight. Some come to strengthen the body, others to refine the spirit. But whatever the intent, all who set foot on Zhongnanshan sensed a sacred stillness permeating every breath and heartbeat. Zhongnanshan may not be the highest peak, nor the liveliest attraction, but its stillness, simplicity, and enigma lend each step here a sense of the sacred. This is more than a test of endurance, it is a pilgrimage of the soul, where humanity and nature cease to be separate entities. Today, Zhongnanshan is more accessible than ever, thanks to a modern cable car system that opens this legendary beauty to people of all ages. From elders to children, from pilgrims to leisure travelers. The Kuiwa Cable Car, a highlight of Zhongnanshan's commitment to sustainable tourism, operates in the Kuiwa Geological Park area at the northern foot of the mountain. Equipped with cutting-edge European technology, safe cabins, and panoramic views, the cable car transports visitors across forests, rocky valleys, and highland lakes in 10 to 15 minutes, replacing what once took hours of hiking. From within the transparent cabin, one can marvel at the majestic scenery, endless emerald peaks stretching to the horizon, sheer cliffs amidst dense woods, jewel-like lakes, and white clouds drifting just beyond reach. In autumn, the mountains explode in red, gold, and orange hues, turning the cable car ride into a surreal journey through a living landscape painting. The cable car route typically leads near sites like Taizan Temple or Yunmeng Viewpoint, where visitors can disembark to stroll forest paths, sip tea, or meditate amid the clouds, mountains, and temple bells. Zhongnan Mountain has transformed into a national-level eco-cultural tourism destination from a once quiet and secluded mountain range. Roads have been upgraded, eco-resorts have sprung up at the mountain's foot, and thoughtfully curated experiences, such as meditation retreats, Taoist studies, hiking tours, and spiritual wellness programs, are now in harmony with nature. Yet, despite all these changes, the mountain's sacred essence and spiritual aura remain untouched. In fact, with easier access brought by modern times, its energy has only grown stronger, reaching more souls in search of peace and clarity amidst the chaos of contemporary life. Sparkles So, what do you think about Zhongnan Mountain? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our upcoming adventures. Thanks for watching, and see you in the following video.